Hello and welcome, Math 2413 Calculus 1 students, to the summer 2023 semester. My name is Robert DiGiovanni. I'm the instructor for the course, and the purpose of this orientation video is just to kind of get you acquainted with the way that the course is going to run, what the expectations are, and hopefully make you feel a little bit better about where we're headed with this. So let's go ahead and get started. The screen you're looking at right now is the screen that you get once you log into ACES through the Northwest System website, which I'm assuming everyone knows how to do. If you got the email about this video, then that means you know how to get here. I'm going to go ahead and click on courses here, make sure I'm looking at summer 2023. Let me also do something real quick here with my mouse so you can see a little bit better. All right, there we go. Okay, so summer 2023, and then you're going to select on the course. So it's the Calculus 1, 2413, Section 8. And what you're looking at here is, this is the system that we just went into by clicking on that link. It's called Canvas. And this is the primary system where all communication is going to take place between myself and the class. So I know many of you are familiar with the system. And I'm not trying to bore you here, but I do need to go through all the details here. So first of all, the inbox. So we're going to communicate using this system. Your inbox is over here on the left-hand side. And when you click on that, you'll have the ability to make an email, send it to me, pick the class, and then send that email to me. I'm listed. Let's see, for you, it'll probably just say instructor here or something, teachers, and then select me. And then you can send me whatever email you need to send me. You can put an attachment here. You can also do a video attachment to the email. So that's our primary way of communicating. And on the left-hand side, that's your inbox. So anything I send to you should show up over here. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get back to the course main page. And I'm going to switch to a student view, which is going to look more like what you will see when you get into this. So you'll see here in the center, you'll have all these different links, which I'll go through here in a moment. And then over here, the right-hand side, it brings up all the things that are coming up on the calendar in terms of things to do. So let's start with this home screen. My information here is given that's my cell phone number, and then also my office location on campus at Northwest Vista College. Let's get into let's get into the syllabus right away. So you click on this, it should bring up the syllabus. We just started using this new syllabus system. It's called Simple Syllabus. Not quite sure how simple it is, but let's take a look. So on this syllabus, it talks about, this is a 8-week course. It's fully online with the exception of 2 meetings, which I'll mention here later on the syllabus. My contact information. I do have office hours. I will be on campus this summer teaching some face-to-face classes. So if you're on campus as well, I do have limited office hours on campus, Monday, Wednesday, 11:15 to 12:50. About an hour and a half there. And then I'm also going to have Zoom office hours, but those are by appointment only. And if you do set those up, just email me. And if I'm free, I can meet with you online. If I have a large group of students that want to talk about maybe before an exam, do some sort of reviewing, we can put together a session. But here's the information to get into that Zoom session if I do hold a session or meet with you. This is everything you need in order to meet up with me in Zoom. Now, I also, like I said, give you my cell phone number, but I prefer that we communicate using the Canvas email. Do that first, and then if you need to, you can reach out to me on the cell phone. On the cell phone, I do ask that if you text me or something like that, that you include, who you are, what class you're in, and then any question you might have. If it's a math question, please take a picture of not only the problem, but also any work that you may have done in regards to the problem. That way I can help you and make it as efficient as possible. I'll try and text you back. I can write on my screen on my phone. So, you know, I a lot of times can help students out pretty quickly there. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me. That's the way you'll get the most prompt feedback from me. So yeah, just reach out. And then let's see, this is just more administrative stuff. In terms of materials for the class, you do not have to purchase anything in terms of a textbook. Everything is going to be online. We're going to have an electronic version of the book, and then all your homework that you do is going to be online, and almost all of your exams are online. So the online system that we use is a system called WebAssign. And the course is actually based on a textbook. So if you are one of those people who wants to get a copy of the textbook, it's completely optional, but this is the information about the textbook. All right. So again, you don't have to buy it, but if you want to have a copy of it, that's the info. Now, you also need a calculator for the course. You need a scientific calculator, at bare minimum scientific calculator. It's okay if you have a graphing calculator. It's not required, but I do have some restrictions on the exams that you're going to do. There's 2 exams that we're going to be doing live on Zoom. On those 2 exams, you cannot use any calculators that have what's called a computer algebra system on them. Examples of those are the TI-89 and the TI-Nspire. On the TI-Nspire, it has to say CAS. If it doesn't say CAS in the top right-hand corner, then it's not. If it doesn't say CAS, then it's not a computer algebra system. It's okay to use it. If it says CAS, you cannot use it. So if you have any questions about this, just get in touch with me, you know, as soon as you can. Now, in terms of the description of the class, it's Cal 1. You can read through this, what our outcomes are, you know, what the state of Texas says we need to cover, and it's all listed out here. Now, we're going to use our standard grading scale, A, B, C, D, and F. This is a college level course, so there's no like incompletes or anything like that. Or I should take that back. There's no in progress or something like that. It's A, B, C, D, or F. Now, there is an incomplete grade, but that has something that's completely different. That's like the day before the final, you were in a car accident and couldn't take the final. You were passing the class at that point in time. Then there's a way that we can postpone the final and let you take it later. But otherwise, it's standard grading scale. Now, in terms of how your grade is determined, you know, the percentages, you're going to have homework assignments that you do online. Those are worth 8% of your grade. Not a very significant amount of your grade is based on your homework. Also, you have to have handwritten homework to go with the homework answers you put in online. So you're going to be typing answers into the computer, but you have to have handwritten homework as well, and you will be submitting that electronically to me. That's another 8%. So put that together, your homework is worth 16% of your grade. Now, you'll have 4 exams, exams 1 and exam 3. Those are done at home on your own schedule. Whenever you're ready to take the test, you take the test. You can be sitting there, you'll probably have your notes open, and you'll be able to reference different things. So those 2 tests don't carry a huge weight to them because there's no real way to be sure that you are, well, showing me what you know, right? There's a lot of different things you could do. So, but it's, you know, another 24% of your grade that you're going to be doing kind of on your own. And then exams 2 and 4, these are the big ones. These are the make or break exams right here, midterm and final. These are each worth 30% of your grade. Those are going to be done in a Zoom session. You know, everyone's going to show up to the Zoom session, and you're going to be taking a paper and pencil test. I'll explain that when we get down here further, but those 2 grades, those 2 tests, major part of your grade. Pretty much if you fail one of these, it makes it real hard to pass the class. So we'll talk more about that. All right, so again, we do meet twice, even though this is an online course. There are 2 required meetings on Zoom. The first one is Friday, July 7th. And that's going to be happening from 9 a.m. to 12:30 or 6 p.m. to 9:30. So you get to choose which one you want to go to. I'll send out like a sign-up sheet or an electronic form for you to fill out, and you'll tell me which one you're going to go to. You'll like RSVP for the test, and then you'll show up, and then we'll do the test live. And then the final exam is actually on a Thursday. I wish I could make it a Friday, but the summer term officially ends on Thursday. And so I have to have grades posted by Friday, so I can't give the test on Friday. So unfortunately, that's going to be a Thursday exam. Again, 2 time slots. So please make sure that you work your life around these dates and times. If you don't show up, this is all stated right here. If you don't show up, miss the exam, it's a 0. That's it. And so if you know that there's going to be some sort of conflict where you absolutely are not going to be able to make those sessions, then you'll contact me. You have to give me 2 weeks notice. So with this being a summer class, that's you got to let me know pretty much right away if you're going to not be able to make the test. And then I'm going to ask you to show me why. Like I'm going to need evidence or proof as to why you can't be there. So that's the only way to really not be there, is if I've agreed with you, that you're going to take it a different time, a different day. Otherwise, you're not there, it's a 0. All right, so how is this course designed? So the way that this online course goes, and maybe we should have a step back here just to kind of talk about, what you're signed up for, right? So you've signed up to take Calculus 1, which of course is not, the easiest math class you could ever take. You're taking Calculus 1, you're taking it in an online format, which means that you have decided that you are going to be able to learn by watching videos and not being present in a class to raise your hand. You're just going to watch videos. You're going to learn that way, reaching out for help. And you're going to do this in 8 weeks instead of 16 weeks, instead of a normal semester. So we're going to be going twice as fast in an online format. I guess my point is that this in no way is the easier path in terms of taking Cal 1. If you're a student who struggles with math, if you're a student who struggles with time management, if you're working 40 hours a week and you're going to try and squeeze Cal 1 in here, this may not work for you. I'm just going off of historical, data. Online format for calculus is not for everybody. So if you know right now that you are, if you know in the back of your mind that you're taking this class because you think it's going to be the easier way to get through Calculus 1, I strongly urge you to try and take this course in a face-to-face format, or at least in a Zoom format, where you're meeting on a regular basis and you're interacting with your professor in some manner. Here, I've got all the materials, and I'm going to say, there you go, go learn. Now, the good news is I'm not just going to hand you a textbook and say, hey, go learn calculus by reading a book. I have a bunch of videos for you to watch, but you must take the time to watch those videos. You cannot say, you know what, I'm going to blow off his videos and I'm just going to do some Khan Academy videos on the side, or just search YouTube and I'll figure it all out. The only way to learn calculus is to go through the entire curriculum in the sequential manner that is presented, in a normal format. You cannot just kind of piecemeal this together with little 5-minute videos here and there. You've got to be able to sit there and watch a two-hour video, pause it, come back, but you can't replace the time commitment here. There is a big time commitment. So the way I'm going to do it is, we're going to kind of walk through this in a second, but you're going to have a template of what you're supposed to do. All right, these things called modules. You're going to go watch videos. After you watch videos, you're going to go try and do homework. After you do your homework, or while you're doing your homework, if you have any questions, that's when you can reach out to me. You can also look at other videos where I've done homework problems that you can watch me go through those. And then after you get through the homework assignment, you move on to the next section. You just keep doing that. Next section, next section, next section, until you get to an exam. You take the exam, then you continue on, more homework, more homework. And then you come to that exam 2, and then you do that Zoom exam. And then after that, you'll follow, again, more sections till you get to exam 3. You do that at home, and then you get to the final exam. So on exams 1 and exam 3, I will not provide you a review for those exams. They will be just like the homework problems. And again, you'll be at home, you'll have all your materials there with you. I'm not going to give you a heads up as to what to expect. Now, exams 2 and 4, the ones that are worth a big part of your grade, I will provide you a review for each of those, and I'll provide you solutions to the review. And it's going to be up to you to look at that review, make sure that you know how to do every problem on that review, every concept you understand. So that's kind of the gist of the class, right? The homework that you do, I'm going to show you the system. The homework is designed for you to practice, okay? Even though it's part of your grade, it's really about practice. So you get an unlimited number of attempts. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I may have changed that. I'll have to go back and check, but you can continue doing problems until you get it right. So I expect most students to get really good grades on homework because they can repeat the problem over and over until they get it. Now, I am also very aware that it's very easy for a student to go out there, search the web, and get all the answers. And there's Photomath, there's Symbol Lab, and blah, 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 all these different software programs that will allow you to get the correct answers to all your homework problems. And then you go and you come to exam 2, and then you don't do well. And it's because you never learned the material. You were just using other references, and you were, you know, academically not being honest about what you're learning. So, and I've seen this in the online math courses that I've taught for years and years and years. There's the students who are going to take this seriously. They're going to do it the right way. They're going to learn. And then there's students who are going to try and, you know, find answers, show up to exam 2 and not know what to do. So please use the homework as a way to learn and reach out for help when you need it. All right, so let's talk more about exam 2 and 4, the big ones, the 30%. So how will those take place? So what'll happen is you will show up to the Zoom meeting, whichever one you RSVP'd for. Once you're there, I will be checking to make sure that your camera is set up properly to take the test, and I will show you examples of that in a moment. But basically, I need to be able to see you and your entire work area. And I'm very, very critical about this. If you can't get your camera set up properly, you can't take the test. If you don't take the test, you get a 0 on the test. It's going to prevent you from passing the class. And I understand students get upset about this when they learn about this. They're like, oh, you know, the exam, I have to have my camera a certain way. And usually the people who complain about that are the ones who planned on not being honest about their work anyway. So what I'm trying to do is make it fair to everybody, the people who are working to learn. I want a fair playing field here, a level playing field, okay, so that I can maintain the integrity of what we're doing here. So you'll come in, you'll get your camera set up, and then I'm going to email everybody the test. All right, everyone's going to sit there and download the test. Hopefully you have a printer at home, you print the test off. If you don't have a printer, you're going to have to sit there and copy down the problems from your screen, copy all the problems. And then once you've printed or copied the exam, at that point in Zoom, you're going to send me a chat and you're going to say, hey, I'm about to start the test. And at that point, you will show the camera your ID. You will show the camera every single page in front of you, front and back of every single page. And then you will start the test. You'll do it paper and pencil, just like the way math is supposed to be done. Paper and pencil, paper and pencil. And then when you're done with the exam, you're going to take that work. You're gonna send me a chat in Zoom saying, hey, I'm finished with my test. You're going to show that work front and back of every single page to the camera a second time. And then you will be allowed to leave the Zoom session. Once you leave the Zoom session, you then have to take all your work, your handwritten work, and upload that to me as a single PDF file. And then what I will do is I'll take that work and I will hand grade each test, and I will send that back to you, and you'll be able to see, you know, where I took off points and things like that. So the whole idea here is that I want you to show me that you understand this material. And again, I want it to be fair. So I've had students, you know, it's become worse recently, where students are finding creative ways to try and cheat, using Symbol Lab, you know, trying to hide, you know, the camera, hide their phone. And you know, I pay attention to all of that. I have a 0 tolerance policy for academic dishonesty. So, you know, as long as you are being honest and you're doing the work, then you have no issues. But if you go down that road of trying to be dishonest, then the penalties will be severe, right? Most likely, if you're caught cheating, then I will most likely give you a 0 on that test, which would pretty much make it impossible to pass. But more importantly, I would report you to the college, and then it would go into your record that you got caught cheating and all that. And it's just not a good place. So again, let's maintain the integrity of what an online calculus class should be, and do honest work. All right, so that's the basic layout. I will send out detailed instructions when we get closer to exam 2 and 4 to like make sure everyone knows what's going on, but it's kind of here all written down as well. I'll let you read that yourself. Now, in terms of extensions, with homework assignments, there's due dates, right? I'll show you the calendar in a minute. You can, once something is past due, the system will automatically allow you to request an extension on homeworks. And there's like, I think there's a 3-day window from the due date. After that, within that 3-day window, you can ask for an extension automatically through the system, and it will grant you an extension. It will give you a 10% penalty. So the highest grade you can get is a 90, but it will give you another 3 days to finish the assignment. Now, as far as exams, those are a different story. Extensions for exams on exams 1 and 3, the ones you do at home, you have to talk to me if you want more time. And exams 2 and 4, I already mentioned, you have to give me 14-day notice, and we have to work something out. And you have to explain why you can't be there. Okay, so as far as attendance is concerned, it's an online course. So, you know, you're going to be working at your own pace. You're going to be trying to keep up with the schedule and the calendar. If you miss more than 3 deadlines, then I'm going to just look at that as you're not participating. And then, you know, I could always, if you're not participating, I could always drop you from the class or something, but I would reach out to you first before I did anything. Okay. There are tutoring services available to you on campus. So there's some links here. You can go look. Free tutoring from the college. I recommend that if you live near the college or you can make time to go out there, that you take advantage of these services. And then the rest of this is just college stuff I need to have in here. And then I get to the list of topics, and then most importantly, the schedule here. So I'm going to show you a different version of this, but this shows like exactly what I expect you to do and when the due dates and times are for those assignments. So that's the syllabus. Let me close that out. Sorry that took so long, but all right, so that's our syllabus. Let's look at this schedule. Okay, so this schedule, what I recommend, the way that I try to design this is to keep it kind of simple. I'm going to download it. I recommend you do the same thing. You open up that schedule, and it shows every topic and assignment, and then what day it's due and what time it's due, and then what you're actually doing for that assignment. So like for this first assignment, getting started with WebAssign calculus. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that dog barking in the background. All right, so for each assignment, it's going to tell you like kind of what you need to do. So if it's grayed out, that means you're not going to be doing that. So for this first one, you're going to be inputting some answers into WebAssign to complete that assignment. Same with the homework syllabus confirmation, you'll be doing something in WebAssign. Let's move down to, let's see, sample single PDF. So one of your first assignments is that you're going to show me that you know how to take multiple pages of work and condense it into one file, a PDF file, and upload that to me. So that you're going to have to do, and over here it says, see, you're going to upload that work. And so then we start, once we get through that administrative stuff, those are all due on the 8th of June. Then we start the actual material. So we're going to start in chapter 1, section 1, 1.1. It's due on the 11th. What you're supposed to do is watch a course video, watch a class video, and then go do your homework online and put your answers in online. You're going to do that for each section. And then I'm not sure why 1.4 is grayed out. You should watch videos there too. I'll fix that. But I hope that kind of makes sense. It's kind of like a checklist for you to go through the entire semester. So that's your calendar. Let me go back to our main page. And let's look at probably the most important thing here, which is the modules. Okay, so modules, if you click on modules, the first link you have here is the link to go to the homework system. All right, that's going to take you where you're going to go see your homework assignments. Let's go ahead and do that right now. When you do this for the first time, it should let you in. Now, I'm going to probably be going in as an instructor, so it's going to be a little different for me. Where is it? it's going to look up. Yeah, see, it thinks I'm a student right now because I'm in student view. So let me switch, leave student view. And now let me load that. I just want you to see the online system, the WebAssign. Okay, so again, it's not going to look anything like this. Let me view it as a student. And let me select your course, section 8. All right, so this is like pretty much what you're going to see when you come in here. Right now, there's no assignments listed because the class hasn't started yet. But this is where your assignments will show up. So that 1.1, that homework assignment will show up here. And then down here on the right-hand corner is a link to the ebook. If you want to click on that, you can get to the electronic copy of the book. If you want to read you know, the theorems or definitions, you have access to the electronic version of the book right here. All right, so I would like to show you what an assignment looks like. Oh man, did I just do that? Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me show you what an assignment looks like. I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. So here are all the assignments listed. And let's just take a look. The first two are just to get you acquainted with the system. And well, the first one's to get you acquainted with the system so you know how to like put in fractions and square roots and things like that. The second one is you basically signing off and saying, I understand the requirements of this course. Those assignments are pretty quick and easy. But let's take a look at 1.1 just so you can see kind of what the homework system looks like. And here's where you go to do your work. So it'll give a question, and then you have, sometimes it's multiple choice, sometimes it's a free response. You'll type in your answers here and you just go through all these problems. All right, that's your first homework assignment right there. So you can try the problem again, you can get it wrong and then, you know, try and redo it. It'll give you a hint and then you do it until you get it right. Now, again, this is practice. This is a place for you to learn, understand. And then your exams are there as well. I'm not going to get into any more detail about the homework. I'm going to let you kind of figure that out. I think it's pretty self-explanatory once you get in there. I will say though, when you do a homework, okay, there's usually a button here where you can ask your instructor. There's a button sometimes that says ask instructor or get feedback from instructor. I do not want you using any of that. I don't want you to use the communication and WebAssign at all. I want you, if you want to communicate with me about any problems here, take a picture, text it to me, or go to Canvas and use the email system there. The problem is I don't want to have communication going on in two different places. I want it all to be happening through Canvas or my cell phone. And you can see here, I have 49 messages from last semester. Those were from students who didn't listen to the orientation video and were trying to communicate with me through WebAssign. Again, take pictures, text me, or use Canvas to email me questions about your homework or anything for that matter. All right, let's get back to the modules that we are in. All right, so that first link takes you to the homework system. Now, let's imagine now that we were working off that schedule. Okay, let me bring that schedule up again. We're supposed to do chapter 1, section 1 first, right? So how does that work? What I have for this class are two sets. Actually, there's 4 sets of videos for this class. The first set of videos called course videos. I'm going to click on that. It's going to take you to my YouTube channel. And these videos were done almost 10 years ago. So that I realize they're old, but good thing is math hasn't changed. It's hard to make sets of videos for a class because you can't refresh them every year, because it just by the time you finish, you need to revise them again. But I think these are decent videos.
When it comes to
students have told me that they're very helpful. So
producing Grammarly citations features.
Ads, I can't get around the ads. YouTube used to not have ads on educational videos. Now they do.
limits.
Let me mute this here real quick. So these course videos, what it is me going through some lecture notes. Now, these lecture notes that I'm going to go through are available to you as well. So you'll be able to download these if you want to print them out, you can, or you can just have them electronically open and kind of watch the video. What these course videos are just short videos where I'm explaining the idea of the section. Like, what's the concept? What are the definitions? What are the main things to take away from the session? So I'll go through here. I'll have animations. I'm talking about intervals here. I'm muted. So there, you'll see me interacting with graphs here. So you're supposed to watch that first, right? And these videos are organized by section. So if I go back, you see here, chapter 1, section 1, then chapter 1, section 2, and it goes through for the whole semester. So those are your course videos. You're going to watch those first. Then after you do your course videos, let me go back. Then you have what are called class videos. Now these videos are different. These videos were done in an actual class where I was up in the class and I was writing on a tablet and I was going through those same lecture notes that you just watched the video on, but I'm actually going to do all the examples that were in those notes. And so here, this first video, look, it's 2 hours, 20 minutes long, very long video. I recommend you use the speed settings here to kind of fast forward if you understand something. And it's me going through, and you'll see me interacting with the notes, but you'll also see me using a whiteboard and working through actual problems. Now, I understand these videos, the audio is a little bit, the microphone technology has come a long way. So these videos were done, the mic wasn't perfect, but you can still understand what I'm saying. And so I just want to acknowledge that I know they aren't the best audio videos out there, but it should suffice. So as you can see, I'm working through examples and concepts. So you watch the class videos next, right? So again, we go back, you watch the course video for 1.1, then you watch the class video for 1.1. Then you go try and do the homework in WebAssign, right? I showed you the homework assignment in that system. You go try and do that homework assignment. If you have trouble doing that homework assignment, I have an additional set of videos, and these videos are of me working out the homework problems in WebAssign. These problems are very similar to what I'm asking you to do, but it's me sitting here talking as I go through and work out the problem, and I write on the screen and talk about, you know, what I'm doing, and okay, yeah, you have to do the domain here, or here we go, and I work out problems. So look, for all your homework assignments, there's a set of videos of me doing those homework problems or problems similar to them. So you should always have something to go reference if need be. All right, let me close this. Close that. And let me go back to here. All right, so again, course videos gets you acquainted with the ideas. Class videos, a little more detail. I work out examples. You go do your homework. If you need help, go watch my homework solution videos. This fourth set of videos I have are actually very different in terms of the look of these videos, because it's actually me standing up on a whiteboard, and I am, after the ads, I'm working out problems similar to the ones that you're doing. Now, I will say the problems that I'm working out here are problems that came straight from the textbook, not from WebAssign. So you're going to have to kind of search through the video and see if you can find the problem, you know, that's similar to the one you're working on. I know that's a pain in the butt, but oh wow, the ads are just terrible. Yeah, the ads, this is bad. We have an online system where we can put our videos, but the problem is it's not as user-friendly as YouTube is, right? So we'll just have to deal with this. So here's me. Okay, I'm working out problem number 10. You see that? Problem number 10. So, and I'm in, what am I in? What are we watching? 1.3? Yeah, 1.3, problem number 10. So if you go to 1.3 here, in the WebAssign homework, if you go to number 10, well, there is no number 10. You see that? That doesn't make sense. I was just working out number 10 in 1.3. What the heck? This doesn't match up. Well, the way that you link these videos together is this, and I know this is confusing, but over here on the right-hand side, you will see here, like problem number 2, you'll see here the number 1.3.005. What that means is that's chapter 1, section 3, problem number 5 out of the book, right? It's number 2 in the homework assignment, but out of the textbook, it's number 5. This one is problem number 7. This one is problem number 15. So if you're trying to match up the homework assignment with those 4th sets of videos, you're going to have to look, okay, hey, look, does he do a video where he does a problem like number, I don't know, this is probably not a good section. This is actually a really bad section to show you. Let me show you a different section. Let's look at 1.4. Let's say you're working through 1.4 and you're trying to figure out how to do problem number 3, right? So you know that that's problem number 5 out of the book by looking over here. You go to my YouTube video. Where are we? YouTube. Let's go to 1.4 and no ads. Good. Okay, here's me. I'm working number 1. Let me see. Oh, there's number 5. See that? This number 5 should look a lot like number 5 that we were just looking at. Where did that go? Was it number 5? Oh, no, number 3. This number 3, look at that. That problem right there is very similar to what I'm working out on this video. All right. So again, look, this is just another set of videos for me working out problems. Remember, you have the other videos where it's actually me working WebAssign problems, but now you have this second backup of videos of me working on a board doing problems as well. So this goes back to the point that I said in the beginning of this whole thing. Are you taking this class because you're looking for the easier way, or are you taking it because you're trying to balance life and there's just no way you can be on campus? I'm hoping it's the latter. I'm hoping that you can't go face to face, so you're going to have to do online. I am providing you as much as I can resource-wise for you to learn this subject. And I know a lot of you have to take Cal too, so you definitely need to understand this material. So I'm providing as much as I possibly can for you to learn, but you have to have the time and patience to go through the material. If you don't have the patience and the time, it's just not going to happen. Okay, you're going to find this to be very difficult and not very rewarding, and you're going to throw away money and waste your time. So please make sure you go into this with the right mindset as to what the expectations are, and be eager to learn, because it's all here. You just have to follow through with it. All right, let's go back. Okay, so that was the videos, course videos, class videos, homework solution videos that match up with WebAssign, and then the ones that are more for like the face-to-face students out of the textbook. Now, the course notes, I told you that all the notes that I go through, they're available to you. Click on this. You can download this. And these are all the notes that I'll be going through, right? But there they are, available to you for all 4 chapters that we're going to cover. All right, now the modules. The modules, this is just to kind of keep you on track, gives you like the flow of everything here. So the first thing you're going to do is getting started with WebAssign. You click on that, it's going to take you to the assignment. Syllabus confirmation, click on that, it's going to take you to the assignment. How to make a single PDF. Now, this is not an assignment, this is just information for you. If you don't know how to take multiple pages and put them into a single PDF file, you can click on this. It's a document you can read. It'll take you through and give you some instructions, some links where you can go get some help on doing that. A lot of students, what they do is just take pictures of their work, compress it into a single PDF file and upload it. All right, but again, if you don't know how to do that, there's information there. And then sample single PDF. So this one is an actual assignment. You'll click on that. Now that's not going to look like that for you, but you would click on it. Let me switch to student view again. You click on sample single PDF. So you're going to start the assignment, and then what you're going to do is you're going to choose a file from your computer to upload. So you've already condensed this couple of pages into a single file. I don't care what you send me for this. This is a sample. If you just want to get like 5 pieces of paper and write number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on those pages, take pictures, condense it to a file, do that. I don't care what it is. just to practice, right? This is just to practice that, you know, the uploading procedure and getting it to a single file. I do not want 5 JPEG files, all right, or pictures. I don't want 5 PDF files. I want one file that has 5 pages in it. All right, so that's that. Let me go back to modules. Leave. All right, and now we just keep going. The camera, let's talk about the setup of the camera. This is information about exams 2 and 4. So I told you have to have your camera set up a certain way. The do's and don'ts. If you notice on the very home page, right, on the home page of the class, you notice there's a picture of me sitting at my desk. I don't do that because I don't want to look at myself. I do that because this right here is a good example of what I do want. Notice I don't care to see the front of your face, okay? During a test, I don't care to look at you in the face. What I want to see is everything around you. I want to make sure that underneath the table, you don't have, you know, your phone open using Symbol Lab. I want to make sure that the wall in front of you doesn't have a bunch of pages hanging with answers and things like that, you know? So that's what I'm looking for. Let me go back to that document. So camera setup. So what I have here is, I know it's hard to see. This is a class an internet class that was taking an exam, and this was, I blurred out their faces here. And I know this makes a sense, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but and it's a complete mess, but everything that's circled or written in red, I'm saying is not good. And I try to explain why it's not good. Let's see how this shows up. So like, for example, this student, this right here, too close, okay? I could not see what was on that wall. This student was too far away. It's like their camera was so far away, I couldn't see them. And then like, this is an example of the student where it was good. I could tell what was in front of them. I could tell, you know, from the side that they didn't have anything underneath. You know, I give a good example here of a good student here, right? I can see all the pages. I can see what was on the wall. I can see that they don't have anything hidden underneath the table, right? So please make sure you understand that, all right? Before you come to those exams and you're shocked that I won't let you take the test because your camera's not set up properly. All right, let me zoom that back out because that's too much. All right, we're getting there. We're almost done here. Okay, so now you start going, you want to do that 1.1 homework in WebAssign, click on this, it takes you right there. 1.2 takes you right there. You ready for that exam? Click on that, it'll take you there. Now, the only thing I said, you can work at your own pace here. You can work ahead, get ahead, that's fine. You can't take exams early though, okay? The exams, sorry, scratch that. You can't take exams after the due date, right? Exams 2 and 4, you cannot take early. Everyone has to take those together, but otherwise you can work ahead, all right? You don't need to wait on the calendar to move on to the next section. Now, exams 1 and 3 that you do at home are password protected. And that's because once you open them, you only have, what did I put here? 4 hours. Once you open the test, you have 4 hours to complete it. You can't close it and come back, you know, later and do it because the clock is going to start running. So I put a password on it so that you don't accidentally open it. So what I'll do is when we get a little closer to exams 1 and 3, I will send out the password. And then please just remember, do not open that test unless you're ready to start it. Because if you open it and say, oops, I accidentally opened it, I wasn't ready to take the test, I can't do anything about it, all right? That's it, because you've seen the test now, then it's not fair to everyone else in the class. So I'll provide the password and I'll remind you in the email, do not open this until you're ready to take the test. All right, so you keep on working through the module, all right? You take the exam, and then you, at the end of the exam, you have to submit your work to me, right? I told you you're gonna have to put everything into a file and send it to me. Well, here's where you do it. Exam 1, handwritten work. You click on that, and that's where you can upload your work. Then all of your homework that you've been doing, all that homework you've been doing on WebAssign, you're supposed to have written all that down as you're doing the problems. I mean, math is not done with a mouse, right? It's done paper, pencil. You have to work through. So you don't have to copy all the problems down. I don't want you to print out all the problems. I just want to see some honest work. And then I'm not expecting every single problem to be done 100%. I just want to see an honest attempt. I want to see your math penmanship, the way that you communicate math. I want to see that. So all of your homework that you do, that you've done up to this point, you're going to condense it into a single file and you're going to upload it right here. Exam 1 handwritten homework assignments. All right. So at this point, you finished the first module. You finished your exam online. You've submitted the work to me for that exam as a single PDF. And you've submitted all the homework assignments leading up to that exam as a PDF. And you're done with module 1. And then you go on to module 2. You start chapter 2, move through the sections, right? Watching the course videos, class videos, going and doing the assignments, watching my homework solution videos, blah, blah, blah. Keep on going. Then we have our big exam, the Zoom exam. That exam will cover everything that we've done up to this point. So everything from the beginning of the class all the way until exam 2. It's going to cover all that material. Again, I'll give you a review so you'll know what to expect. You'll take that exam, you'll upload your work, and then you will send me the handwritten work. And then again, your homework assignments that go with module 2, you'll send that to me as a file. Okay, then you move on to module 3, same thing. That test you do at home, you upload your work and your homework assignments. Then module 4 is really short, just 2 sections. Then we meet for the final exam, take the test, you upload your handwritten work for the test, you upload the homework assignments. There's only 2 of them for this module 4. And then you're done with the semester, all right? So that's the layout. I hope this all makes sense to you. Let me go back to the home. I always forget something during these orientation videos, but oh, the creating a single PDF. I want to go back and visit that. I do have examples of good single PDF files. So here's an example of a good one. So this student submitted this. Problem number 1, first page, problem number 1. Hey, that's good. I can read this. All right. Problem number 2. Here's the work. I can read this. Things are circled or boxed. I can tell what the answers are. Problem number 3. It's a little blurry, but I can make that out. That's fine. That's great. Okay. Compare that to this. And by the way, that was a single file. Okay. That was one file. So here's another student. All right. Now that's a little hard to read. What happened there? I'm not sure. Okay, that got cut off. Really kind of blurry. Okay, this is upside down now, and it says number 1. What's going on here? Okay, I can't read that at all. All right. So it's your responsibility before you upload that work to me that you look at the file. Is it legible? Is everything in order? Right? Because once you send it to me, you know, whatever I get is what I get. So if I can't read it, I can't read it. Right? All right, let's see here. Back to the home. I think we're almost wrapping this up. Modules, formulas. So you're allowed to use formulas, formula sheets for the exams, all of them. If you click on that, it'll take you to, I think it's a 6-page document. You can print out all those formulas and you can have them at your desk during the exams. All right, so make sure you do that before the test. Don't go in there that day. I will not let you work off of a screen. Okay, so during the test, you're gonna be pencil and paper. Most people use their cell phones as their camera for Zoom and they set it up somewhere in their room. And then the computer screen in front of them is off. Okay, you're not allowed to be looking at your computer and doing that during the test. Everything is gonna be you focusing on the papers in front of you. Okay. The syllabus we went through, grades, that's where you'll click to see your grades, modules, files, discussions. If there is a discussion board for the class, students don't usually do that. They usually create a group meet and I'm not even part of that. And you all talk amongst yourselves, but that's a way that you can contact each other. And then there's a couple other links here. If you want to contact other students in the class, you can go there to people. And then there's some online tutoring. I'm not sure how that is. It's a third-party thing that we offer to students. I don't have really any true feedback from students on whether or not that's useful, but you can try it. If you're like, 3 o'clock in the morning and you have no one to turn to, try that in my work. Okay, student survey, that's the end of the semester. You get to give some feedback as to how the class went for you. All right, this is already a long video. I usually don't make these this long, but I hope that I have made it at least kind of clear to you as to how this course is going to work. Please, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Let me know, what concerns you have or questions you might have. And let's get started. I mean, this is a really strange part of my job when it comes to internet. You know, I'm a facilitator here, right? I'm a facilitator. I obviously can help you with the math, but I'm not going to be sitting there calling you up or emailing you saying, hey, let's do math, let's talk. Okay, you're going to have to meet me halfway. If you want help, you're going to have to reach out for it, right? And you're going to have to keep up with this course. It's going to be extremely fast, a lot of material in a short amount of time. So again, let's call it a video. Let's end it here. And I look forward to some positive learning experiences this summer. Good luck, and I will talk to you hopefully soon. Take care.